people are calling him a liar, saying that he literally faked everything until now. So let's watch about this.
Mutahar just got exposed for lying about his job for like 10 years. Apparently, he's been lying about his credentials for well over 10 years and deceiving his audience.
I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
Dropout, liar, fraud. A creator by the name of Nick Andros dropped this bombshell, and by golly, let's check it out.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube.
YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job.
YouTube is not my job.
So he's been saying that YouTube is not his job, and yet YouTube always been his job. Is that the thing? Is like,
YouTube is not my job.
I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
Alright, so if YouTube isn't his job, you know, what is his job, you might ask yourself? My guess is like Nintendo reviewer.
So what is that job? If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this definitely real job that Mutahar has.
My apologies for not censoring the J slur, but Mutahar, you can't have the pie and eat it too. You gotta be unemployed in these streets, you dig? Saying?
Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
Oh
I'm just an engineer.
Tech support stolen valor is crazy.
Do not read. I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a
I'm a YouTube engineer, guys.
computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer.
The dude straight up went through hella transcripts and found out that Mutahar was contradicting himself in quite a bit of them. At first he was saying he was an engineer, then he switched it up as well. Next thing you know, he worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Based on what I've read, it's actually...
By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys follow the drama with pirate software, but it's like on the internet is like, you know, like on the Batman movie that he says like, you may live long enough as a hero to become the villain. I literally think that's what happened to pirate software, man. And the pirate software we didn't cover here, but I followed it quite a bit, and it was so insane that at some point I think he was a bit stubborn that all he needed to say is like, I'm sorry guys, I messed up on this dungeon, because since the dungeon scenario that happened in World of Warcraft on the OnlyFans guild, everything since then, it became a shit show for pirate software.
If you are not a licensed engineer.
You know what? I heard enough. Toss this dude in jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
For Mutahar to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer, or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training, and to pass the National Professional Practice Exam.
Turns out he really was some ordinary gamer. But it gets even funnier because apparently he's a video engineer too now.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this f***ing works. Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't f***ing speak about Elon being an idiot.
You don't need a degree to call Elon an idiot. Like a homeless person outside my 7-Eleven's doing the same thing.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
this guy's like the jack of all trades, Johnny Sins of engineering. The stolen valor thing said earlier is right. It's like he wants to dip his toes into the unemployed drama sphere without, you know, actually feeling like a loser. You know, own up to it. Who cares? They getting mad, you getting rich.
Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer.
I mean, like, I don't know, but is it like, is it an Indian guy? Because in India, there is like a lot of like this thing about being a doctor or an engineer. Like, it's like your family will force you like to study until you almost died, until you reach to become a doctor or engineer. It's a very cultural thing, man. He's Canadian, so, but like obviously he has a background, right? So
for the past 10 years, and he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here. Okay, if you want to disagree with me.
Oh my God. Okay, So if he's actually not an engineer and he doesn't have a proof that he's an engineer, as he's been using, it's like, I'm a lawyer, guys. I talk about the law. So whenever I mention the TOS about Diablo Immortal, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Feel free.
And yet I'm just a designer, okay? I have a product design. I took a bachelor degree on product design.
But you're actually wrong.
Feel free, but you're actually wrong.
As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance.
It's like that pirate software code meme, and I don't understand shit here. So if anyone's smart in the comments wants to enlighten us, go ahead.
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, like, I picked engineering as, like, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge.
If he lied to Dr. K, I swear to God, I'll be angry. You don't want to see me angry.
Okay, so...
do you think Pirate Software messed up? Yeah, I think he messed up. And you can see, like, a more experienced mage will just go, like, will Nova, Blink, and all these things. And not only that, he said, I don't have mana, and then he had the mana gem, like, ready to be used. Obviously, he was a misplayed, and if he had a bit more... if he deflated a bit, like, his ego, probably all he needed to say is, hey, guys, at the moment, I know I overreacted that way, but I saw the clip and I realized that I messed up. And that's all.
At least a computer science.
Indez fraud revealed when, oh my god. And listen, guys, if someone ever makes a video like this to me, guys, it means that we made it. We absolutely made it. And we made it as Vito coming up with the Raiders. Thank you so much, Vito. Once again, thank you, brother.
Degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
Okay, so he's not an engineer.
Like school, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to learn to be valuable. Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field.
And now he dropped out all of a sudden. It's like he spun a web of lies and, got lost in his own sauce. Some ordinary spider. I don't even know how to explain this, maybe he started out just like kind of like slightly exaggerating his qualifications, and then he just, got sort of caught in the lie and ended up living it.
I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, as an engineer, like, you want to get the degree that's gonna...
Diamonds are...
Oh my god. Guys, I think he's actually lying. I really believe that he's actually lying.
Made under pressure, and Mutahar here is still stuck on iron armor. Like, at this point, I'm expecting a classic Mutahar trademarked apology video, and, I hope he grabs a ukulele.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualize, like, everything, so I, like, contain shit. And
even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer for 10 years.
Oh my god.
I'm unsubscribing from you, Mutahar.
I wanted to share
Okay, this was funny. It went to Mr. Who's the Boss. Oh my god.
Subscribing from you, Mutahar.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you.
Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, alright, before I went into this.
I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before I went into the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18. By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began taking off.
Ask any slightly overweight kid in America what they want to be when they grow up. They'll say YouTuber, and somehow, Mutahar thinks he's better than all of us. He's a big boy engineer. Then again,
I feel like probably that's the thing, right? Because whenever you say that you are a streamer, or you are a content creator, or you're a YouTuber, or Instagram, or TikTok, or whatever it is, people always see you as someone that your job is less than mine, because I have a real job, right? I am a designer, I am an accountant, I am this, I am that, like, you know. But you that are on the internet, you guys there on YouTube, you don't have a real job, right? So I feel that's what probably he was trying to do. He was trying to shield himself. It's like me coming here saying, yeah, guys, no, actually, this is not my full-time job. I'm actually a designer, you know? So I don't really care about this.
See a struggle. If somebody asks me in real life what I do for work, I say something stupid like digital marketing.
I worked in film and TV before I...
Listen, the best way to describe yourself as a content creator is just say, I work in marketing. Because if you say you work in marketing, nobody will care. But if you say that you're a streamer, a content creator, a YouTuber, then you're going to go on this Uber ride with the guy trying to ask you, like, what is your YouTube channel? What is this? What is that? What do you do? What content you do? So nowadays, unless I really care to share, I just say, I say that I'm a designer, which is true, or I say that, you know, I work in marketing, in social media marketing.
I still don't have a fancy degree, okay? There you go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015.
Dude, who cares? There's nothing to be ashamed of getting a diploma or like a certificate for cinematography. You're pursuing your passions, you know? Then again, I understand like the pressure your parents can put on you, which is like more common in Southeast Asian or just any
that's
general
what I said.
Broad Asian culture. But lying about this is honestly like insane.
If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip. Mutahar was never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013 or 2012.
Oh, this messed up.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years.
This is like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. This is like devastating. I thought my slop was handed to me on a silver platter by a professional, not some kind of phony. Bro should have never put on that medallion.
No!
I'm a computer engineer. It reminds me of another quote. I used to work Mutahar, the burger flipping engineer.
I have experienced a lot of Indian faking their credentials just to be hired in IT companies. I have worked with some of them for over than 10 to 20 years experience, but I couldn't perform the basic. But they couldn't perform the basic commands. Yeah, I mean, like listen. Also, I lived in India. I'm married with an Indian wife, and things there are rough, man. So a lot of, you know, these things come first out of necessity, right? And that's a part of the biggest problems that I had there was that it was really hard for me because it feels like everyone is trying to scam each other. You know, not even like me because I'm white. No, everyone is trying to, because everyone is like so in need of like trying to put, you know, food on the table, so it's like it's a very confusing cultural thing that happens there that for me as a Western, I'm not used to it, right? But whenever I worked in IT, because I'm an engineer, guys, I had a designer, a digital product design and development company for 7 years before I am doing this. And I worked with some companies that they used to go, and because they wanted to do their website and their platform cheaper, they used to outsource it to an Indian company, right? Like a lot of these people, they do that. So afterwards, then we could go and we could do what we call the rescue project, which is like they went there, they spent like, for example, 10,000 euros to do the project. They fucked up, they burned, they did half of the things, they did everything messed up. And then whenever they came to us, they wanted to, you know, hey, can you guys pick up please this project and rescue it? We already have the base, but a lot of times it was possible, a lot of times it was not possible. But I mean, that's what you get, right? That's what you get for like, you want to go cheap. Sometimes it can go right, sometimes it can go wrong, but there are definitely a lot of IT companies that outsource from like India and other places.
Okay, I heard Mutahar has been deleting his backlog of YouTube videos recently, and now I see this. Damn.
No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club in the home.
In 2019, he conflated being a video engineer with being a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really computer a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people. So
Again, totally different qualifications.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, general second profession of mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it.
So now he's a day trader as well?
Sip my coffee, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, 11 or something?
I'm also a crypto master. I trade bitcoins on the side. You cannot be an engineer, work in a regular 9-to-5 job in an office, and, simultaneously freaking be glued to your screen losing your day trading.
Guys, he's an entrepreneur, guys. Like, he's everything. He got a degree. He got multiple degrees. Not only that, he also has time to have a full-time YouTube channel. That's very impressive, man.
You are not Bradley Cooper from Limitless. You are not that guy, pal. You are not that guy.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
my job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job is.
That's like something your unemployed bum friend says when you're like, dude, when are you going to get a job? And he's like, hey.
Yeah, crypto is mooning, guys. Yeah, guys, go now buy some Ethereum, bro. That coin right now, it's mooning, boys. If you put like 1,000 in 10 years, it's gonna be like 100,000.
Trading's a real job.
I invest. That's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have. When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but...
Yeah, you say it is a hobby or you say it's an NDA. That's what you say.
Like, you do... So do you do computer stuff on the side,
No,
or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like, I buy property and I invest in...
So it's this Canadian's fault, the house.
And obviously, the money that he got, it was not from engineer. It was not from day trading. It was from freaking YouTube. YouTube started financing all of these.
Market went up. I get it. No, like it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like at this point, I don't even think Mutahar himself knows what job he's doing.
So before YouTube, Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer.
First Dr. Disrespect isn't a doctor, and now Mutahar isn't an engineer. It's over for YouTube.
How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact amount.
3.5. Like
So I feel like what is he telling is that imagine you guys, you are interested in painting. So you buy some white canvas, you go buy some oils, and you start painting at home. And you actually start liking how to do it. And then someone asks you, what do you do? And you say, I'm a painter. Yeah, I'm an artist. That's what I am. I discovered, I never took a degree, but I saw on the internet, I saw a few tutorials. Actually, I actually saw Ross Bob, or Bob Ross, or whatever is his name. And I'm a painter. So it feels like that's what is happening. He probably saw a few, YouTube or like video courses, and he got like interest on it. And he decided, you know what? I am so invested into like programming. Like I know HTML, I know PHP, I know CSS, I know JavaScript. Am I an engineer? Fuck no. I'm not. Am I a web developer? No. Do I know those skills? Yes. But I'm not, right? So just because you learn a skill, it doesn't make you that you are that profession, because that profession requires not only for you to have a degree, but also for you to actually do it professionally.
like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9-to-5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
Yeah, I'm the
being
CEO of our
extremely
own
busy.
company. Like I'm the CEO of
Right.
like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live.
Now he's a massive real estate tycoon? Like, what's going on?
Now is Grant Cardone, boys. All of a sudden, he's like, you know what? Engineer is not for me. You know what I am now? I saw this guy, Grant Cardone, man, the 10x rule. And it seemed like real estate is the shit, man. So yeah, now I'm a real estate agent. I manage property.
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I upload it every day.
Jesus, this is why exactly, and why I always
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm tell, right? Like when you're like an engineer, somebody's.
I've never seen an expose of this magnitude on anybody, and you know, props to this guy. Subscribe to this guy's channel. He like did the work.
Cybersecurity, because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always thing. Like the secondary side gig.
Even the podcast homies don't know the truth.
This guy has a wife. He's a CEO. He works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily.
He's literally just the Johnny Sins of YouTube. He's just.
Oh my God, is Johnny Sins like that's actually such a good analogy. The Johnny Sins of YouTube. Oh my God.
Hustling. We don't understand it. You know what would happen if Muta didn't go to work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up, disappears. It ceases to exist.
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
Even Ethan Klein's spidey senses were tingling.
He has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting.
Listen, uploading every day, and aside from like daily streaming or whatever, you might not think, but it is possible, but it's still gonna require you a bunch of hours. First, hours that you have to learn how to do it, like coming into ideation and all these things. Obviously, as you get better at it, you can start like pumping videos faster, but it still takes time. It takes, I'll tell you, nowadays, more than the recording itself, because once I know where I'm gonna record, I do it maybe like in 30 minutes, 1 hour or something like that. But the problem is what is going to be a video? What is going to be the structure? What I'm going to talk about? What are like my ideas? Like, you know, so the ideation part, it is the most like time taking. Then you have the editing, the thumbnail, the title,
from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
Unlike Mutahar, I'm not a liar. You know, my hands are in the air. I might have been the guy who put Mr. Who's the Boss in the video.
It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable definition, he is a total fraud.
Like most Southeast Asians, his credentials are sus. Shockingly to absolutely no one, Twitter found this as an excuse to be racist, and, you know, I'm gonna stand by my Canadian viewers here for a second. Well, you know, at least the ones that prefer iPhone to Android.
Why y'all keep on saying the iPhone better than Android? It's just as good.
It's not a race-specific thing to be a habitual liar, so, you know, let's stop that dialogue right there.
He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree, but he still presents himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer.
Or a video engineer.
The tip of the iceberg. This video goes above and beyond. Genuinely check it out. But the ending, chef's kiss, absolute cinema.
Oi, you have to pay for that, young man. I'm a fucking computer engineer. I don't care.
The only power I have is the one you give me when you lie. By the way, you're exhibiting signs of ADHD. Trust me, I'm an ADHD engineer. Mic drop.
Guys, what a great video this was, man. Jesus. Guys, please go there, drop him a like, and if you still didn't. But, man, listen, chat, if you ever caught me in any of these, please, just trust me, guys. I am an engineer. That's all I have to say, okay?